Hello and welcome back to the Hobby Man. So in today's episode we're going to do the first stage of Dominic Toretto's Supercharger Dodge Charger. So this is a little magazine that I received in the this first shipment. This is just basically telling you about the model that you're going to be building. It's got some parts in here. So exceptional realism. The car interior produces the original model right down to the smallest details. The engine. So in the film they said it's about 900 horsepower engine. High realistic model, faithful to its original counterparts, where this becomes such an iconic part of the franchise. High quality materials, and if we open it up, we've got a full length of the car. So what this car entails as well is it's got illuminated headlights and side lights, opening doors and hoods and trunks, functional steering wheel, which turns the wheels, and apparently it's easier to assemble. Like I say before, 1/8 scale. Let's fold that back up. Yeah, and some of these are going to be the free gifts that I should receive throughout. I'm not too sure what stages they will come at, but your first gift, you're going to get some free photos or posters. Second gift will be an official mug, power bank for your third gift, and then the fourth gift will be the showcase for it, display case. So there we have it. So let's have a quick glimpse at the stage 1 magazine. It talks about the legendary franchise. When the filming began, the first instalments, etc. So you got a little bit of details about that, and some of the stunts performed, and other parts. This is not just all about the Fast and Furious, the first film, but this will go throughout the whole sort of 10 films so far. I think we're at. And then you got the assembly. So this is all the parts for our first build. The contents are here. And these are stages. So you've got a little bit to do in this one compared to the Supra that I've been doing at the moment. Not been much to really do in a couple of stages that I've done of that, but this stage it's got a fair few points to get through. And the final assembly should look like you've got your Supercharger built and your base of your bonnet done. Okay, and there we have it. And there's obviously a few articles you can read about certain different things, tuning aspects. But there we go. That's the magazine that we're going to go through. This is the package it's turned up. You can see in there, I'll unravel it in a minute and lay all the pieces out, and then we'll make a start with the build. So this is the parts that you'll get inside. I haven't taken them all out the plastic covering. I just thought I'll keep them in there just in case I sort of lose any bits if I get them all out, and it will stop me from knocking them about while I'm trying to assemble bits. But you can see you get another screwdriver. These other little bits for the Supercharger. You can build. You've got your screws. And then you've got your bonnet and the undercarriage of your bonnet as well. So yeah, these are the parts that are going to be assembled. So as I always say, without further ado, let's get on with the build. Okay, so the first part of the build, let's get to the instructions. Okay, so 1.1 is, by placing the bonnet 1A on the table with the top facing downwards, align the holes on the bonnet's reinforced frame 1B with the screws post on the bonnet 1A. Fix the two parts together using AM screws. Okay, so here we go. And then we've got this that flops on there like that. Let's have a look for some AM screws. Well, oh, they're AP screws. AM screws are here, which is good. Right, so let's get a few of those out. AM screws. Use the little screwdriver they provided, shall we? Right, here we go. So, that is the way the bonnet is. All done. So we're going to be fixing in these points here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so here we go. Right. No, I didn't put it on that one, but I should have done, I think. It's going to put a little dab of oil with these. It is screwing into metal. I should really put just a little dab. I don't do these up majorly tight. You never want to crack, because this insert here, this is plastic, and then this is aluminium, well, metal. And there we have it. One part done. Okay, so next step. So attaching a throttle body to the front of the air scoop, top 1D, fix the two pieces together using 2 BP screws. Okay, so let's have a look. So it should be that way around. Does that slide in there? Slide in there like so. So you've got, and then like that. These two bits are just plastic, so then we're gonna just screw these two bits in. So that's stage 1.2 in there. Excellent. Let's move on to stage 1.3. Right, so 1.3 is here. So we've got to press the spindles into the discs, which are these here that I've got out. So these little discs, and then this is only plastic, and it's very tiny, and I've got to try and insert these discs in there apparently. Make sure the arrows are all facing the same way as well. This could be rather tricky. Right, I'll say you come back to you, and I believe it, I've actually got it now. I was actually sticking them in the wrong way. So all these arrows have got to be facing the same way. These holes must be slightly chamfered to the rear, so they clip in, because they need to go on this way round. So you've got the shiny sort of side going inwards, and they seem to all click in then. Say that, now I get to this one to try and show you. You don't want to again. It's typical, isn't it? There we go. Right, it's a little bit. Yeah, made a bit of a dog's ear out of that. No, pig's ear out of that. But there we go. They're in this on. Hopefully it'll be alright. Hopefully it'll be alright. There we go. Okay. So moving on to 1.4. You can see in the side slots on the air scoop 1D with the arrows pointing inwards, the inside of the housing. So we've got to slot this inside of the housing now. So it's inside of the housing. It should go that way like that. That's how it should go. It should sit like that. Okay. And then so what you'll see is that. Okay, so that's resting in there like that. So 1.5, it's of the air scoop. So 1.5. Let me just zoom you in on this one a little bit, move you up. There we go, you can see that. The air scoop, the one, of the air scoop M1 over the EFI adapter plate 1G, align the two central holes on there on the two parts and fix the assembly together with AP screws. So we got 1, 2 bits. Here we go. Okay, so we got our 2 bits here. So they are, so you hold towards the front of you, and this should sit over this like that. And then we want some AP screws, which are these just here, and you want 4 of those to screw this in. If I can get the bag open. There we go. So, I've got some screws, so a little bit too many, but there we go. Probably need again in a minute. And let's screw this in. Again, not too tight. There's the one in, and I'll just get the rest of them in. So there we go. There's it's 1.5 done, screwed in. Lovely jubbly. Moving on to 1.6. Okay, so 1.6, we got this is turn over and place it in the air scoop 1D and line the screw holes. So there we go. Okay, one yeah, so in actual fact, so this goes over there like that, over the top, which is in, And then we want AP screws again, which are these. And we just want to screw it in. Just want to screw it in. Ah. Like that. One. So they're all screwed in. There we go. Lovely jubbly. So moving on to 1.7. As shown in the picture, push the right throttle lever 1C onto the shaft of the butterfly spindle 1P. So there we go. Okay, so we got our part. See that right? Part 1C. Let's try and get it the right place on here and just push it in. Let's go around the other way. Okay, so that's in. Yeah. It's on there. Okay, so 1.8. Hold the right end of the butterfly spindle 1P. Okay. Keep it from turning, and at the other end push the left throttle lever into the spindle 1F first, followed by the throttle lever linkage 1K. So, okay, let's just find these parts. One. We've got two parts here, so I believe this bit is 1F. See? I believe the little noggin bit faces inwards, so that goes on onto there like that, and then you get your 1K, which I'm assuming goes on like this. There we have it. It's on there like that. Okay, so then we're on there like that. So there's our throttle lever. There we go, it's on there now. Yep. Okay, so there we have it. So moving on to section. Okay, so 1.9, we got to attach the fuel distributor. So there's this part here, and it fits over here, and it's used an AP screw to do this. So let's get an AP screw ready. Stick this in. Let's get it straight-ish. There we have it. And there's a fuel distributor on the back. And I've knocked off that, haven't I? So let's put that back on. There we go. Okay, so 1.10 then. We need to fit the pulley spindles together. The front cover of the blower, fix both parts together using 2 AP screws. So they should just fit together. Something like that. And 2 AP screws. So that screw in there. One. Screw 2. There we go. So that's 110 done. We fixed in pieces. And there we have it. Now, 1.11. 1.11, as mentioned, we need to align the cover bracket, which goes in this orientation and again fitted with 2 AP screws. So let's get that on. There we have it, the bracket fitted. Okay, so now moving on to a 1.2, which is this piece, and then we want to, using AP screws again, slide that in there like that, nicely on there, an AP screw, and they screw in just down here, if you can see, just down there and there. Two, and there we go. That's section 1.2. Okay, so moving on to 1.3. Okay, so 1.13 is now fitting the pulley over. So pulley just slots over to that, and again, oops, with an AP screw. And again, with an AP screw, just pop, oh. And again, with an AP screw, just pop it in, do it up. Now, I don't know if that needs to spin or not at the moment. It does spin slightly there. I'll just leave it like that at the moment. It does move slightly. I don't think it's going to be fair. Didn't see anything about the engine parts moving, did it? So there we go. And there we have it. And now, so 1.4, to complete the assembly process, we need to insert, oh, it's caught up. insert these two lugs into these holes. We've got one hole there, two holes at the back there. To show you a bit closer, two more holes there, one hole there. You got holes here, lugs here and here. Just plug that in. There we have it. And there we have it. So that is on there. That is your supercharger. Complete. Along with the bonnet here. Obviously we completed the undercarriage of it. So there we go. That is complete according to that. So that is stage 1 complete for Dominic Toretto's Dodge Charger RT. So that's the end of the episode and the stage done. Thanks again for watching and subscribe if you like. There's more to come, obviously more stages. There's about 110 stages for this build. I'm obviously doing the Supra as well, for the Fast and Furious, and I will be doing the Skyline as well. I've got parts that have turned up for the Skyline, but there's some parts that have missing from the package, so I can't actually start the assembly yet. So I need to obviously contact and find out why the bits are missing and wait for them to turn up. But they will to be to come as well, to do them. So yeah, please make sure you like and subscribe and follow us for the next one. Ciao.